What if I told you that what you're, the thing that you are desperately searching for, chasing, whether it be money, career, whatever, is not exactly really what you want? It took me many years to begin to see this. And so let me save you some time. We all do it. The thing, I'll be happy when I get this career, this job, when I get married, when I have kids, when I make this amount of money, have a house. But I've come to see that that's really, not the point. Hi, my name is Burl. Welcome to my channel, Old, Retired, but Still Learning. I found it's not so much the fame or, maybe searching for, the perfect bodybuilding body, not searching for the money. We're searching for validation, I believe. What we do matters, what we are matters. When I was retired, I thought, well, that's it. This is the finish line. Everything's peaceful. It's, rainbows and lollipops and all that. I'm done. But what happened was I realized that after about 10 minutes, that wasn't really the case. It wasn't the finish line. It wasn't the point. It never, ever was. But now at my age, I have a lot more perspective than I did when I was, say 40 or 50, or if I'm honest with myself, really, probably even 60. I'm 67 now. I'll be 68 in a few months. And I look back and I see like a pattern of this chasing after something, chasing after validation, really. Now I see now the people who still are maybe older and have still pep in their step and twinkle in their eye and all that, a lot of energy and enthusiasm, are the ones who never stop growing. They never stop learning. That's one of the reasons I named my channel the way I did. Old, retired, but still learning. Because I don't want to get stuck. And when you're stuck, you're just waiting for something to happen instead of doing something. So that's one of the reasons I started my Amazon KDP business and my YouTube business or channel at the same time. A little crazy maybe, but I started them both in March of this year, 2026. I started having some successes here and there. A video would do pretty well, or some books would start to sell a little bit, and I'd get that excited feeling. And then, you find, because of the pattern, fear's starting to creep back in. So I have to guard against that. And I have to just keep going and keep learning, keep growing. If I made a mistake on something, okay, let's go back and look at that and correct that and do better next time. So I try not to let the what ifs come in. What if this next book doesn't do as well, or this next video is horrible, or whatever. That's not the point. The point is to keep creating, keep growing, keep learning, keep sharing. The journey is the destination. So keep sharing whatever it is maybe you have that you're doing. It took most of my life, to understand this type of thing. Everything you're chasing, you're looking for how that makes you feel. At least I know I was. How does it make me feel? worthy, accepted. You know, we all want that. We want to feel safe. You know, so the kicker to all this, though, is that you can do that right now. It doesn't have to be some future thing, some finish line. You know, you can enjoy every moment. You know, we want our lives to have purpose, and you can find that in the everyday. It's not too late for any of us to do this. You know, you still have something to give, something. I think really even until the day you die, you still have something to give. Your experience is your own, you know, and that's why I'm sharing on YouTube, because my experience is unique to me. It's my own. So is yours, and sharing that with others and maybe helping them along the way is it's very worthwhile, I find. We're meant to grow. We're meant to dream big. So, you know, sort of step into the discomfort, you know, doing technical stuff like I've had to learn on Amazon KDP and YouTube is out of my comfort zone. I wasn't raised in the generation that had computers at their fingertips and, you know, smartphones and stuff like that. So it's been a process, and I actually appreciate it. You know, every year when I look back, I sort of cringe a little bit at some of the silliness I've done, but now I even embrace that, you know, and I still learn from it. You can learn from, well, really, a lot of times you learn more from the bad than you do the good, or the mistakes than you do what you did right. So I just encourage you all to keep learning, keep growing. And if you like this content, please subscribe and hit the like button. And I will see you on the next video.